Hello. Am I live right now? Alright, I'm gonna double check this. We should have done this before. Yep, okay. Hello and welcome to another TashaFay Creative Studio Hour. We're here. And yeah, apologies for being a bit later than 3:30 today. It's been kind of a hectic day with a lot of unexpected personal things coming up. And time is a weird thing right now. Manifesting enough time, even though it really doesn't feel like enough. How can I reset that brain? Because yeah, especially as we get older and we find more things that we want to be involved in, it can be feel like time is slipping, slipping, slipping. So learning on what to say no to and how to be a little more present, so that I can slow down and have a bit more spaciousness. Something I'm working on. So I'm here on this last quarter moon in this very intense astrological time. I'm not going to go too deep into that because that's not really my specialty, but I will say that it's it's a lot. There's a lot going on. So be kind to yourself, right? Okay, we're right around this wounded healer Chiron time. So all you, especially you healers out there, but we all are healers in some way because we're all healing ourselves. And some of us are healing more than ourselves, you amazing service-minded people, amazing selfless people who are nurses and doctors and acupuncturists and therapists. You got this. But really, this is for everyone because we're all healing ourselves. So be kind to yourself right now. I find it very funny that I'm not streaming from home and I forgot to bring my excuse me, I have the door open to let the dogs out and it's very smoky out here. So yeah, first also just want to say prayers to everyone in the line of fire right now, everyone who maybe had to evacuate, everyone who's maybe really sensitive to the smoke. Get an air filter and stay safe out there, okay? Best you can. Reach out if you need help. We gotta do this together. This is some weird apocalyptic times that we're in, and all we can do is have grace while we go through this big shift together. So I'm here focusing on things I'm grateful for. I've been blessed with some really good work opportunities, some really great work family. Also found more time for friend time. And it's good. I'm really grateful for that. And I'm really grateful that on Monday I got to do a hike. Even though if it was a little smoky, I did a waterfall hike. I stood under a waterfall. It was great. So that's what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for? Let me know. Let me know where you're tuning in from and what you're grateful for. I'm curious. So, Yeah. Okay. We are today. I'm just jumping right into working on this creative together poster because it feels really community oriented and like a good thing to do when in these kind of weird times. I'm just gonna do what keeps me sane and work on a piece that connect helps me feel connected. What helps you feel connected? That's what I encourage you to work on, or at least share in the chat. Yeah, because tomorrow, yeah, we're moving into this last quarter moon in Taurus, so lots of earth energy. That's actually what my moon's in, so maybe that's why so much is happening in my life right now. And then August 9th, Mercury is going into Leo. I don't know all of what that means, so if you're an astrologer tuning in, share something in the chat. What does Mercury in Leo mean? I'm assuming it has to do with communication going maybe for the better. And yeah, we're also about to go into the last new moon eclipse of the year. So some important things to remember are to breathe, to tread carefully. So reach out for support, ask friends, talk to friends and family before you make big decisions, and make changes. Make those changes. Don't be afraid to make changes. It might feel scary. That's what friends and family are there for. Make the changes you need to make. Big, small, whatever you need to do. If it's big, maybe you just need a little more support. But you got it. I believe in you. Okay, so let's get into some drawing, shall we? Hmm. I'm just gonna check. I think I might few more. Okay. Hey, hi, Fanosaurus 24/7. Thanks for joining. Love to see ya. Where are you tuning in from? And what you working on? Are you working? Or are you getting to work on something fun? Or are you just relaxing right now? Pardon me, I'm still here. I'm just checking on the doggos. Yes, good doggies. Okay. You don't have to feel pressure to answer. Tyrannosaurus 24/7. It's okay. I'll take that as a you don't have that much time to talk. Just sit back, relax, enjoy. Or maybe you can't completely relax. But do the best you can to relax and have some. The goal is just to have some peaceful content for you while we work. And still trying to figure out the best way to add music to this channel. So if anybody watches this later or has music suggestions that I can purchase or use for this purpose that's like calming and centering, that would be, yeah, say something. Let's talk. Okay. It's up to 6. Oh, this one. Oh, it's just nice to have some dedicated drawing time. Keeps me accountable to actually have some drawing time. So, um, knowing when I'm like, I can't find what this one is. But maybe we'll. Clearly on one that it shouldn't be on. There we go. Patience. Hydrating because, like, ugh, my throat's feeling this smokiness of being outside kind of a lot today. Oh, I just love how drawing can be such a beautiful, drawing repetitive things like this. It's not my wheelhouse. Like, I'm sure other people could draw ferns so much better than this. Um, I'm just flowing with it, doing what's coming out of my fingertips because when life gets crazy, sometimes you just gotta find your flow, whatever that is. And doing a repetitive drawing task like this really helps get me into just a no judgment, no worries, because nothing is gonna get better for worrying. So I can worry all I want, and at the end of the day, all it's gonna do is make me feel worse. And because partly because I'm not gonna get anything done faster, so I might as well just spend a little bit of self-care time drawing. Yeah, what? And that's how I do self. This is my self-care time. So, what's your self-care time? What are you gonna do for self-care? If you're working right now, maybe you're just in a place where you can't, you gotta put your needs a little bit aside. What are you, what are you gonna reward yourself with soon? Or what little thing can you do to take care of yourself, even if you can't fully go, like, you might not be able to go take a bath or just take the day off and go for a hike, right? You might not be able to do anything big like that, but maybe you can take an extra deep breath or find a spare moment to call a friend. It's just for 5 minutes. Just hear your loved one's voice for a minute. Um, yeah, what's something small that you can do for yourself in this moment? Maybe it's just texting a friend, and maybe it's sharing a funny meme and getting one back so you get a little bit of laughter in your day. Maybe it's drinking water. Hydrate. Stay hydrated, everyone. I'm not even in the frame when I'm over here. Barely. But I'm here. Okay. Quick check. Yeah, no. We're gonna read this one. I feel like that A needs to change, needs to straighten out a little bit. And maybe this I needs to thin out a little bit. This is where I'm going to grab. Good. One. Why don't we grab, put a little grippy thing on here. And two. Hey, we got an AI viewers. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that, but hi, AI viewers. Welcome, robots. Guess you're tuning in from streamboo.com. What got you interested in this stream? Is it just the first one you found? Will you engage with me? Oh, And I guess, yeah, it's a recruitment person. Maybe it's an actual recruitment person telling me to look up streamview.com. Well, if you are a real person, tell me, why'd you join this stream? You just going on to all the streams. It's a numbers game. No judgment. No judgment. I know it might sound judgy, but I promise I'm not judging. Just curious. Um, the video is wondering how I have gotten used to drawing on an iPad screen. I have a paper feel screen protector, which works pretty well. So it needs some replacing because it's not staying on very well with this case. And I also have these silicone tips that add some resistance, some extra resistance when I need it. It's coming in really useful for these straight lines. But I always take it out for the shading because it works a little better to use the original tip for the shading. Yeah, it's still too thick compared to set the width with the shading. And then close it up. So in case you're wondering what I'm doing, most of this is easy. Most of this, but I'm just kind of making one more fine-tuning sketch. This is how, if I was on paper, I'd probably be using tracing paper right now, but digitally, I use just different layers. That's what layers are for. G crossbar might still be too thick, but that eye still looks a little too skinny. That V looks a little too wide. And that A still looks like it's leaning. That's like the whole reason I did the resketch. Dang. Well, I think I made some other good improvements. Yeah, that G looks a little better. That C looks a little better. Maybe still a little wonky. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. But I better get into some other content and some other website work before I call it quits for the day. So thank you, thank you all for joining me, Anasaurus, and especially, but even exuberant recruitment 3PQX0. Appreciate you at least popping in the chat, and even if it was for a promo thing, maybe I'll still check it out, trying not to be judgmental about it. But I'll be honest, I'm not really that interested in getting AI viewers. Unless they're nice AI viewers. Maybe. Yeah. So that's what I got for you today. Worked on this piece a little bit. Those ferns are looking a little better. And the sketch is looking ever so slightly better. So thanks for joining me. You're awesome. And I will see you next Wednesday. Oh, actually, before I leave, One of the reasons I'm getting off is because I gotta do a little bit more prep for a workshop I'm hosting tomorrow. This one is in person, all about creating your brand story. You can find a virtual version on my website. I'll put a link to in the description as I close today's stream. So, especially if you're on YouTube, you can find a link to my site. And maybe I'll also just put it in the chat. And yeah, you can go there, check out under my services. You'll see a workshop for a brand story workshop. That's what I like to host on a monthly. That one on my site is virtual, so if you're not in the Portland area, you can show up there any month that you feel you need a little bit of help with your marketing, maybe with creating marketing materials. Maybe you need to rebrand, or maybe you just don't have a style guide yet. Uh, I can help you think about all those pieces and get it all into one concise doc so that you can create your own content that much simpler and show up with a really strong, credible brand presence that makes you stand out against all the other noise online. What I like to do, I like to help people reduce overwhelm with their content creation and show up with more clarity and more confidence with their story. I want everyone to be able to share their beautiful, unique story with so much ease and love and grace. So I'm here for you. Join me virtually next week, maybe. Or if you're in the Portland area, show up at NedSpace tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. And it'll be even better to be in person if you can, because you'll get some really good hands-on support. It'll be easier to hand out worksheets, and there's coffee you can get a hold of in the office and things. So come by, see what this cool co-working space is all about too. Well, that's all I got. Peace.